going to do something slightly different. I'm going to do a little film about some sherries. Now, this is based on a tasting that I was asked to co-host at 67 Pall Mall, wonderful wine club, and it was to do with the launch of this book, Sherry, by Sherry, Maligned, Misunderstood, Magnificent, by Ben Howkins, an old friend of mine. And Ben had got together 6 different sherries, and so I'm going to do 3 by 3. And what happened was that 67 Pall Mall sent them out to me here in Portugal, and they didn't arrive by the time we had to do the tasting. So I have these beautiful little bottles from Pall Mall, the samples, and I thought I might as well make a couple of little films. So I'm going to do 3 by 3 because I think 6 is perhaps too many. So I'm going to start off with Manzanilla La Gitana en Rama. Now this is a wonderful Manzanilla bodega, Hidalgo La Gitana in Sanlúcar de Barrameda, which is where Manzanilla comes from. Manzanilla is the lightest, freshest, driest, crispest, saltiest, most summery style of sherry. And this is just, it's a joy. It's just got a whiff of sea breezes. It's bright, it's fresh, it's tangy. Manzanilla means chamomile in Spanish, and it's said to have given the name from the scent of the chamomile flower. But Manzanilla has to come from this one of the 3 sherry towns, Sanlúcar de Barrameda, on the coast, so right close to the sea. That is just so brilliant. En Rama means that it's been taken from the barrel without filtration, without fining. It's the nearest you can get to being in the bodega, tasting this wine straight from the barrel. Delicious. Now we're moving inland to a sherry from the Valdespino bodega, Fino Inocente, which is their famous Fino. Now, Valdespino is in Jerez, which is 14 kilometers inland from the sea. It's not that far, but it makes a big difference because it's not right by the sea, and therefore it's drier, it's a bit hotter, and the wines aren't quite as delicate and light and fresh as they are from either Sanlúcar, Manzanilla, or the other sherry town, Puerto de Santa Maria, the port of St. Mary, again a seaside one. So Valdespino Fino Inocente, just a bit darker, a bit richer, still dry, tangy, fresh. A slightly smoky note to it, dark, rich, quite an old Fino. So it's just a little bit, it's got more gravitas, a bit more serious. And my third one is an Amontillado. Now this comes from it's from the Valdespino bodega. It's called Amontillado Contrabandista, which of course means smuggler. So why smuggler? Because this is a slightly sweetened Amontillado. Now, Amontillado is usually a bone-dry wine, but if you add some sweetening wine, you can just take the edge off that dryness, and you just give it a tiny hint of sweetness, a hint of sort of raisiny sweetness. And this, they've smuggled in this little bit of PX, Pedro Jimenez, sweetening wine. And yes, it's got this lovely, nutty, almondy flavour. Almond going towards hazelnut of Amontillado. And just a tiny hint on the back of the palate of just gentle, raisiny softness, a touch of toffee. Delicious wine. It goes on and on and on. Sherry is a great wine. That's my first 3. I'm going to come back in another little video with the next one.